Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by lush green hills, there lived a man named Aaron. He was a skilled carpenter, known for his craftsmanship and dedication. However, Aaron had one flaw that often overshadowed his talent: his inability to control his temper. Even the smallest inconvenience could ignite his anger, and this often led to conflicts with his friends and neighbors. One day, after a heated argument with a client who criticized his work, Aaron stormed into the forest to cool off. As he walked aimlessly, he stumbled upon an old hermit meditating under a grand banyan tree. The hermit's face radiated a sense of peace that immediately caught Aaron's attention. Unable to contain his frustration, Aaron blurted out, "How can you stay so calm and composed while the world around you is full of chaos?" The hermit opened his eyes, smiled, and gestured for Aaron to sit. "Let me tell you a story," he said. "Once, there was a mighty king who ruled over a prosperous kingdom. Despite his wealth and power, he was often troubled by anger. One day, a sage visited his court and offered him a simple challenge: 'Your Majesty, for the next 7 days, carry this bowl filled to the brim with water wherever you go. If you spill even a single drop, you must start over.' The king, intrigued, accepted the challenge. At first, he found it immensely difficult. His temper flared every time he encountered a problem, and the water would spill. But as the days passed, he realized that his anger was the main reason he couldn't complete the task. Slowly, he began to approach each situation with patience and mindfulness. By the 7th day, he was able to carry the bowl without spilling a drop. The sage then said, "Your Majesty, just as you learned to protect the water in this bowl, you can learn to guard your emotions. Anger, like spilled water, is difficult to reclaim. But with practice, you can control it." The hermit paused and looked at Aaron. "What do you think happened to the king after that?" Aaron thought for a moment and replied, "He must have become a better ruler, more patient and understanding." The hermit nodded. "Exactly. And you, too, can learn to control your emotions, Aaron. Anger is like a fire. It can burn everything in its path if left unchecked, but when harnessed, it can provide warmth and light. The choice is yours." Aaron was moved by the story. He asked the hermit for guidance, and the hermit taught him a simple practice. Whenever he felt anger rising, he should close his eyes, take 10 deep breaths, and focus on the sensation of air entering and leaving his nostrils. Determined to change, Aaron began practicing this technique every day. At first, it was difficult. He often forgot to pause and breathe in the heat of the moment. But gradually, he started noticing a difference. His outbursts became less frequent, and he began to handle criticism and challenges with more composure. One day, a young apprentice accidentally damaged a piece of furniture Aaron had spent days crafting. The old Aaron would have yelled and scolded the boy, but this time, he closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and calmly assessed the situation. "It's okay," he said. "Let's fix it together." The boy's face lit up with relief and gratitude, and the two worked side by side to repair the damage. Word of Aaron's transformation spread throughout the village. People began to admire him not just for his craftsmanship, but also for his newfound patience and wisdom. His relationships with others improved, and he found a sense of peace he had never experienced before. One evening, as Aaron sat under the same banyan tree where he had met the hermit, he reflected on his journey. He realized that the true lesson was not just about controlling anger, but about understanding himself. By acknowledging his emotions and responding thoughtfully, he had unlocked a sense of inner strength. From that day on, Aaron made it his mission to share the hermit's wisdom with others, helping them see that the power to control their emotions lay within their own hands. And so, the village carpenter became a beacon of calm and resilience, inspiring everyone he met to embrace the art of mastering their emotions.